Hey everyone, so I'm back with another video. I'm going to be reading more scary stories to tell in the dark. So today is What Do You Come For? There was an old woman who lived all by herself, and she was very lonely. Sitting in the kitchen one night, she said, "Oh, I wish I had some company." No sooner had she spoken than down the chimney tumbled 2 feet from which the flesh had rotted. The old woman's eyes bulged with terror. Then the 2 legs dropped to the hearth and attached themselves to the feet. Then a head tumbled down, then 2 arms and a man's head. As the old woman watched, the parts came together into a giant, gaggling man. Sorry, my parents are talking in there, and I'm sorry if you can hear it. Sorry, they're talking so loud. As the old woman watched, the parts came together into a great, gaggling man. The man danced around and around the room. Faster and faster he went. Then he stopped, and he looked into her eyes. "What do you come for?" she asked in a small voice that shivered and shook. "What do I come for?" he said. "I come for you." And in little parentheses it says, "As you shout the last words, stomp your foot and jump at somebody near you." The next story is Me Tai Dodie Walker, which I don't know what that means. There was a haunted house where every night a bloody head fell down the chimney. At least that's what people said, so nobody would stay there overnight. Then a rich man offered $200 to whoever would do it, and this boy said he would try if he could have his dog with him, so it was all settled. The very next day, the boy went to the house with his dog. To make it more cheerful, he started a fire in the fireplace. Then he sat in front of the fire and waited, and his dog waited with him. For a while, nothing happened, but after a little after midnight, he heard someone singing softly and sadly off in the woods. The singing sounded like something like this: "Me Tai Dodie Walker." Just somebody singing, the boy told himself, but he was frightened. Then his dog answered the song. Softly and sadly it sang, "Lunchy, Kinchy, Coolie, Molly, Dingo, Dingo." The boy could not believe his ears. His dog had never uttered a word before. Then a few minutes later, he heard the singing again. Now it was closer and closer, but the words were the same: "Me Tai Dodie Walker." This time the boy tried to stop his dog from answering. He was afraid that whatever was singing would hear it and come after them. Excuse me. But his dog paid no attention, and again it sang, "Lynchy, Clinchy, Collie, Molly, Dingo, Dingo." A half hour later, the boy heard the singing. Now it was in the backyard, and the song was the same: "Me Tai Dodie Walker." Again the boy tried to keep his dog quiet, but the dog sang out louder than ever: "Lynchy, Kinchy, Collie, Molly, Dingo, Dingo." Soon the boy heard the singing again. Now it was coming down the chimney. "Me Tai Dodie Walker." The dog sang right back: "Lynchy, Kinchy, Collie, Molly, Dingo, Dingo." Suddenly a bloody head fell out of the chimney. It missed the fire and landed right next to the dog. The dog took one look and fell over, dead from fright. The head turned and stared at the boy, slowly opened its mouth, and you're supposed to turn around to your friends and scream, which I'm not going to do.
Who are you talking to?
I'm filming a video.
For who?
For me. Okay, so it says a man who lived in Leeds. Some say this rhyme doesn't mean anything, others are not so sure. There was a man who lived in Leeds. He filled his garden full of seeds, and when his seeds began to grow, it was like a garden filled with snow. But when the snow began to melt, it was like a ship without a bell. When the ship began to sail, it was like a bird without a tail. And when the bird began to fly, it's like an eagle in the sky. And when the sky began to roar, it was like a lion at my door. Now drop your voice. And when the door began to creak, it was like a penknife in my back. And when my back began to bleed, turn out any lights, I was dead, dead, dead. Indeed. Jump at your friends and scream, "Ah." That's like what they say in most of them. I'll read one more maybe because my throat is starting to hurt again. Old woman, all skin and bone. There was an old woman, all skin and bone, who lived near the graveyard all alone. She thought she'd go to the church one day to hear the person preach and pray. And when she came to the church house style, she thought she'd stop and rest a while. When she came up to the door, she thought she'd stop and rest some more. Ooh! But when she turned and looked around, she saw a corpse upon the ground. Ooh! From its nose down to its chin, the worms crawled out, and the worms crawled in. Ooh! The woman to the preacher said, "Shall I look like that when I am dead?" Ooh! The preacher to the woman said, "You'll look like that when you are dead." Now scream more again. And then there's like a little picture, and it just says what I just read, y'all. So we're gonna stop here. The next story, or actually this isn't even a story, it's just a little intro thing to the next chapter. He heard footsteps coming up the cellar stairs. There are ghosts in this chapter. One comes back as a real person, and the other takes revenge on her murder, and there are other strange happenings. So I'll leave that off for there now, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry my mom interrupted the video. I didn't want her to know that I'm filming for YouTube, just because she'll ask me a lot of questions, and I'm just one of those people that don't like any questions. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Probably not going to do this every Friday. I'm going to be adding different things, you know, and stuff. But if I don't upload next week, it's because I'm on vacation. I'll probably be able to post Monday. I might post Friday. I'm not sure yet. We'll see what happens. But anyway, I hope you enjoy. And if you heard these stories before, if you've read the stories yourself, I'm sorry. Like, I wanted to start over and stuff. So that's why, if you heard these stories already from my channel, it's because I'm starting over because one of my videos got cut off one time and that was bad. But anyway, bye guys. Thank you so much for watching.